מרגשים, הדברים נכנסים ללב. רציתי להוסיף על התודות גם שלי, לאישי הציבור שעזרו בארגון האירוע הערב, ששגריר מר דניאל וקנין, שלום לרנר, שקי אדרי, חיים בן-מרגי, שלמה בת-נס, אפי, גיל זול, ועד בית הכנסת תפילת הבת ציון, וכל החברים שעזרו לנו בארגון הערב, תודה רבה. אני מתנצל מראש שאני אהיה המציג הערב שהולך לדבר באנגלית, למען אלו שנמצאים כאן הערב שלא דוברי עברית, אז תצאו. כבוד הרבנים, אישי ציבור, family and friends, states in פרקי אבות, עשה לך רב וקנה לך חבר. Levaia and Elenit, we are honored to have you as close friends, people who we can learn from and grow from. You are personal examples for both Alana and me in leading your lives always b'derech Hashem. We were zocha to not only know Hadass, but we also cherish the personal memories that we have of her smile, her demeanor, and her devotion to mitzvot, and specifically to brachot. We are grateful that you included us as partners in this beautiful yozma of writing a Sefer Torah in memory of our two beautiful girls. And we bless you with much bracha and nachat from all of your beautiful children of Ner Vesrim. We would not be here tonight if it were not for all of those in Ramat Beit Shemesh, in Israel, and in Chutz La'aretz, who contributed so generously to help us reach this stage. And you should be very proud of your kinyan of Torah today. V'tomchei ha'meushar. May Hashem send much bracha and Torah to you and your families. We are thinking tonight of my parents and my in-laws, my brothers and sisters-in-law, who very much wanted to be here tonight and who have been there for us from the beginning. May you be blessed with bracha and nachat at Ner Vesrim. I think that many tonight, including me, are asking ourselves, what is this event tonight? Is it a simcha or is it an askara? On one hand, we are singing and rejoicing with the Torah, and on the other hand, we know that the driving force behind this is the memory of our two precious girls. Somehow in my mind, I compare this awkward feeling to the transition from Yom HaZikaron to Yom HaTzmaut. For an Av Shakul who has lost his son, a soldier, I have to believe that when everyone else has transitioned and have already begun celebrating the beginning of Yom HaTzmaut, that father has not budged emotionally and psychologically from Yom HaZikaron. So too tonight, even though the genuine simcha of bringing in a new Torah, our hearts tonight are still focused back on Hadass and Chani. However, just as by Yom HaTzmaut, we clearly understand that it is the fallen soldiers who allow us and lead us to the power and celebration of Yom HaTzmaut. So too, we tonight recognize that it is Chani and Hadass and their message that is the driving force to this zchut of dancing with the new Torah. To drive this home a little more, I'd like to share with you a conversation our daughter Lilach had with a friend a couple of days ago. Lilach mentioned that we were having a Achnasat Sefer Torah. And like any child, the friend's response was, well, we're going to one too. My friend's sister is also making a Achnasat Sefer Torah. To that, Lilach responded, it's not true. We're having Achnasat. And not only that, we're going to have lots of candy. Well, we're going to have flags, said the friend. Well, we're going to have a car with lights and music. And then Lilach added, Well, did your friend's sister die? No. Well, then it can't be Achnasat Sefer Torah. Achnasat Sefer Torah is for someone who died. Now, it is true that Lilach and I were at the Achnasat Sefer Torah in memory of my Zaidi, and now in memory of Chani and Hadas. But why do we associate Achnasat Sefer Torah with the person who died? Also, why is it Dafka a Torah that we choose when we want to commemorate someone? The message, I think, is that although the person physically is no longer with us, we search for ways to continue their legacy and have it live on with us forever. What more appropriate way could there be than to dedicate a Torah, the very item that signifies the living legacy? The Torah is alive and well, even after many, many years after it was given. And the Torah is the true living legacy that lives on forever. Eitz Chaim Hi, L'machazikim Ba. The Torah is the tree of life for those who grab hold of it. L'machazikim Ba. And so too tonight we are here to ensure that the message and legacy of Chani and Hadas remains with us. We, Chani's parents and siblings, know that we don't wait for a yurtzeit or for Achnasat Sefer Torah to think of our Chani Benani or her legacy. Chani is on our minds each day of our lives. By understanding what Chani and Hadas accomplished in their short lives, and by bringing up their message, maybe we will be able to bridge the Azkara and the Simcha. We may not reach the Simcha, but we may achieve appreciation of the moment and a nechama for having the opportunity to write a new Torah. So what is Chani's legacy? I think that it can be learned out of the very same line. Eitz Chaim Hi L'machazikim Ba. Why is the Torah compared to a tree? Why does it specifically compare a Torah to a living tree? What makes the tree living or dead? A tree is something that is often not appreciated because they're all around us. Very easily accessible, and there are so many of them. What turns a tree into a live tree? When one stops and takes a moment to appreciate the beauty of the tree, its buds, its flowers, its branches. So too by Torah. Baruch Hashem, today the Torah is all around us. Anyone who wants access can find the Torah on almost every street corner around Beit Shemesh, or on any internet website. We sometimes do not appreciate it. It is easy to get caught going through the motions. And therefore the message is, when is the Torah a live Torah? Eitz Chaim Hi L'machazikim Ba. The Torah comes alive and beautiful when one makes the effort and grabs on. Each of us has the personal challenge that each time, each Monday and Thursday, each Shabbat, we take out and read this Torah that we just brought. We are each mevaker b'hechalo, and we feel and act on the electricity and energy of today's Achnasah. Chani taught us that this message is true not only by trees and by Torah, but in life in general. Each moment is a moment to be cherished and appreciated, and one to ensure that we are machazikim ba. Chani made the most of every day that Hashem blesses us with. I distinctly recall one of the best Shabbos of my life. It was in New York a few years ago, and we were at Sloan Kettering Memorial Cancer Center in New York for treatment for Chani. It was Friday, and Chani had been in the hospital for a few days. And Baruch Hashem, she was feeling better. As Chani was feeling good, we naturally were pushing for the doctors and the nurses to release Chani to go home for Shabbos. But this time they did not approve it. We had to stay in for Shabbos instead of being home with the rest of the family. I was initially very upset. However, in the end, it turned out to be a great bonding Shabbos with Chani. On Shabbat morning, Chani was feeling good, and so I decided to take her out for a walk outside. This was never done before, but I wanted to take Chani to shul. So Chani and I walked to shul in Manhattan. I was actually a youth director once in that shul, and we went to the children's tefillah. Chani sat quietly and watched the tefillah service. They had opened the little children's Aron Kodesh to reveal about 20 or 30 little kids' doll Torahs, and there were even a few bigger, more real-looking Torahs meant for the older children. Chani took one of the bigger Torahs, and she held it tight on her lap, enjoying and clinging onto this unique opportunity. A few minutes later, all the children were told that it was time to return the Torah to our Kodesh. The only thing was that Chani refused. She refused to give it back, and she held on tight. You could see on her poem how she appreciated the Torah and how she was grabbing it, truly grabbing on, because she knew, she didn't know if she would get this opportunity again. And that Shabbat, in fact, turned out to be one of her last Shabbatot. When we try to understand the meaning of Eitz Chaim here, the meaning of Chaim, we must go back to the beginning, to the source of all life. The first Ein Kol Chai. This concept of the tree in Chaim reminds me of what we read just weeks ago in Parashat Bereshit, the first tree story in the Torah. The Torah tells us how Adam gave names to all the animals in his search for an appropriate mate. Hashem then created woman, and the Torah proceeds to tell us of the chait of eating from the tree. Hashem then punished the snake, the woman, and the man, and outlines each's harsh punishments. And the final statement of punishment that is directed at man is Kid Yafarta V'Yafarta Shuv. How Hashem says that now, after the chait, now there will be death. There will be a concept of death introduced into the world. Unlike in Gan Eden, the very next pasuk surprisingly tells us that Adam names his wife Chava. Ki hayta ein kol chai, because Chava was the mother of life. And my questions are, why didn't Adam name Chava right away when she was created, instead of waiting until after the story of the chait? And why does Adam use the word ki hayta ein kol chai, using the past tense? And Chava's name comes right after the punishment of death into the world, Alafarta Shuv. So Adam is very upset. Chava caused him to eat the forbidden fruit, and as such brought death upon the world and mankind forever. And so why in the world will Adam call her the Ein Kol Chai? Maybe it should be called Ein Kol Met. The word Hayta, I believe, is telling, as Chava really was Ein Kol Chai before the chait. But Adam was only able to maybe fully appreciate this after he understood V'Lafarta Shuv. Sometimes in life, we do not appreciate what we have in life until we no longer have it. Adam came to realize that yes, we're all going to die eventually. But Adam had to decide whether he was going to focus on the death and choose to go through life blaming Chava, or opening his eyes to the positive and thank Chava for being the mother of all life. By calling Chava Ein Kol Chai, Adam focused on the good, and it showed that he appreciated the life that was given to him and was going to make the most of it and make it into Eitz Chaim Hi. I have noted in the past that Avraham Avinu, the Torah says, Avraham Zaken Baba Yamim. What is Baba Yamim? Avraham did not count his days. Rather, he made his days count. And so did our Chani, always living life to its fullest with true simcha in the face of all the challenges that she faced. She actively chose the Torah. She actively chose the tree of life by grabbing onto it. Ubacharta b'chaim. Ultimately, we're all going to die. Kadosh Baruch Hu dictated that in the world that man would eventually die. Now the question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to die our lives, or are we going to live our lives? Each day that we awaken in the morning, our life is in our hands. To live or to waste, to make a difference or to ignore opportunities, to pick up the Torah and learn it, or to overlook it like another tree in the forest. Chani and Hadass, in their short lives, have made the tree into a living tree, the Torah into a living Torah. Eitz Chaim Hi. They even found a remez of the bar Eitz Chaim Hi, Chet Hi, Chet and Chaim, the Hen from Hi, Eitz Chani and Hadass. Chani taught us to appreciate every moment of life and to make the most of it, always focusing on the good and the positive. Because what gives us challenges each day, and the question is how we approach them. Do we appreciate every moment and look for the positives, even through the hard times? Levaia and I discussed which letters would be appropriate for us to write personally in the Torah. We ultimately decided that the last two letters of the Torah were most appropriate. When many others around the world are faced with serious life challenges and tragedies, their response is a response of lo, lamed aleph, lo, one of rejection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Our response, Levaia and myself, and our families, to our personal tragedy and loss is that although it is very painful, and although the tragedy follows us everywhere, and although we cannot understand it, we respond aleph lamed, the last two letters of the Torah, kel, we turn to Hashem. Chani and Adas appreciated what they had and the gifts that Hashem gave them. Halana would walk through the streets with Chani, and Chani would notice and point out all the birds chirping and the beautiful things that no one else noticed in the world. And Halana could not help but say, Ma'arabu ma'aseh Hashem. This is the reason that we thought it appropriate to give you today the specialized cards that you have on your stenders, the Birkat HaNe'anim, as a souvenir of this Achnasat Torah. When you wake up in the morning and you go out into the world and look around and search for the little wonders that Hashem has blessed us with, and appreciate the little miracles, and thank Hashem in bracha. Baruch Hashem, even with all the tragedy, we have been blessed with so much. The beautiful children, Lilav and Eli, Mayan, Benayah, and now we have been fortunate enough to be Mekayel, a big mitzvah, in the writing and dedication of the Torah. We thank all of you personally for all your efforts, financially and otherwise, for helping us reach the stage together and having a kinyan, each one of us, in this Torah. We hope that as we read this Torah and learn from this Torah, for it is not just to read, but the mitzvah is to read it and to learn the Torah. In our new Beit Knesset, Baruch Hashem, we will keep in mind Hadas and Chani, two little sweet girls, and their legacy will encourage us to open our eyes to the beautiful opportunities around us and to help make this Torah a true living Torah, Eitz Chaim.
It's like a city under it?
Yeah. You can step
Fun.
this.
Woohoo! It's fun, huh? מתלהבים. Hello. Push you? It's an air balloon?
No, it's a spring. Push
Oh,
us.
I'm pushing you.
כאילו שזה הנשמה של חני שעולה לשמיים.
מה כאילו?
הבלונים.
בלונים? איזה בלונים?
כל הבלונים שעפו למעלה. אבל you hold them.
Okay.
Because I want to play.
Have fun. Kol hakavod, you're thinking of Chani, right? We're coming here for her bat mitzvah? Kol hakavod.
Abba, look. You want to see me?
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa! Babush! איזה כיף. איזה יופי, כל הכבוד.
ישראל מאיפה אתה יודע?
אבל אני לא יודע אם יצא זה ממש כמה טיפות.
אני לא... אתה עומד במבחן.
יורד גשם.
בניה. You want to see the goat? You see him? Okay. Ellie, what do you think?
Fondue. I like the pretzels.
You like the pretzels?
The horses.
Listen. אחי שבת.
שסידרתם לי, אני מאוד מודה לכם שקיבלתם אותי להופיע הערב, ובאמת אני רוצה לראות חיוכים! יפה מאוד, חוסמו את התקשון, אבל ממש, שוב פעם, 1, 2, 3 חיוכים!